Everyone, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be playing with some new makeup that I got from Chantecaille. I have their newest eye and face stick, which I've already been trying. I've tested it out the last few days, so I have a little bit of a review to share with you guys. And I also got another eyeshadow from the Luminescent eyeshade collection, as well as a new blush from their cheek shade collection. Now, the blush is not a new Chantecaille release. These have been out for a while already, but the color that I got today is just new to my collection, and I wanted to use it for the first time with you guys. First things first, I did already prime my face. I used a little bit of the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, starting with this face and stick product. So this is how it is packaged. It's a really nice sleek packaging, nothing too fancy. As you can see, very small. To be honest with you guys, I thought this was going to be bigger. I understood that it was for your eyes and your face, but I think I was focusing more on the face, so I thought it was going to be more of a foundation that could also be used as a concealer. I know I've heard Clinique, I believe, has something like that. So then when I got this in, I was very surprised. You only get 0.14 ounces of product in this. I would have liked for Chantecaille to have given us a little bit more product, because we're also being let know that this could be used for your entire face. So that's kind of the only real gripe I have with this product. I did pick up the shade 4W, which I'm quite happy. This shade worked out really well for me. And this shade is described as medium warm with a golden undertone. As far as the coverage, I would say it gives you more of a medium coverage, and that's something I'm totally okay with. I've been liking more lightweight to medium coverage foundations. As far as concealer, also medium coverage. For an everyday basis, something like this works quite well for me. Now, the way that I wore it today has been my favorite way of wearing it. Yesterday when I put this on, was it? No, it was not yesterday. It was Sunday. I first applied it on its own, and I didn't want to go in too much with this product because we get so little. So I used it as a concealer, and then I applied it all over my face and blended it in. I used a brush to blend it in, and I wasn't really wowed with how it looked. I felt like I didn't get much coverage. It just kind of really wasn't working out for me. So then I started building it up for a little bit more coverage, which it did give me, but I was still not satisfied. So then I went in and applied a lightweight foundation over, and then I was pretty okay with it. But I felt like it was just too much work for the results that I got. So today I wore it with this Le Beige Water Fresh Tint from Chanel. I have this one in medium. I love this product. When I first got it, I would use this every day in place of a foundation. It doesn't give a lot of coverage. It hardly even gives any coverage, to be honest. But it just does something to my skin that I love. So then I'll use this, and I'll use a concealer to spot correct. So today, that's kind of what I did. I applied this all over my face. I used the Chantecaille. This is actually called, I think the actual name of this is Real Skin Plus. Nonetheless, I used this as a concealer, and then I went in and applied it where I need more coverage. I loved how my skin looked today using these two products. So today, just to kind of demonstrate to you guys how this alone looks, because I feel like that's probably where you're most interested in, I'm just going to use this on its own. So let's just go ahead and go in. And I'm going to apply it under my eyes here. Now this is creamy, but I don't feel like it's the creamiest of stick concealers that I've used in the past. I think if you have the Marc Jacobs Accomplice concealer, you'll find that that one's a lot more creamy. It's easier to move around. And I actually like to use this a lot more with my fingers than with a brush. I haven't tried it with a sponge yet, but I think I like more how the warmthness of my skin melts this product. And it sits a lot better on my skin like this. Or, well, it melts it in a lot better, so it doesn't actually sit on the skin as much. Definitely not a full coverage concealer, but again, for every day, this is okay with me. Is this anything special? It's not. However, there are benefits to this product. So let me read real quick what Chantecaille has as far as the description of this. It says here, Real Skin Plus is an all-purpose concealer stick that leaves skin looking flawlessly natural. The stick formula provides ease of application, even on-the-go concealing for all-over coverage for under eyes and spot treatment concealing. The lightweight, creamy formula feels feather-light on the skin while offering true shade matching ability. Infused with hydrating raspberry stem cell extract and hibiscus extract for anti-aging benefits. Okay, and you know, in this description here, it doesn't say much about using this as an actual foundation. So it's really just more for spot concealing. So maybe just my bad. I saw the name of it, and if to me the fact that it says eye and face stick, I think I just focused on the face stick part and really thought that this was going to be considered more of a foundation rather than a concealer, but it's the other way around. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I have this out. I'm going to apply this where I need coverage, you know, and see kind of what it does for me. So I do have quite a bit of redness, especially on my cheek today. And then my forehead typically doesn't need too much coverage. But we'll just do this for now. So you'll see with a few swipes on each cheek how much coverage it gives me. And again, even for this, I like to use my fingers. As you can see, I have hyperpigmentation right here around my face as well. It did conceal it a little bit, but it's still there. It's still noticeable. So this concealer is not going to do a lot for you if you have a lot to cover. So I'm going back where I have the hyperpigmentation to add some more. It did conceal, I didn't even blend it right here, but it did conceal some of the redness on my chin. You can still see some of it pulling through, so we'll add a little bit more there, a little bit here. And then this side of my face, for some reason, I always have the hardest time applying even just foundation, any type of makeup. I always need to pay special attention to this backside here, so I'll add a little bit more there. So we can pretty much say I applied about 2 layers, and this is the coverage that I got. I think my skin looks very natural. I mean, I think it looks nice. Do I think it's worth it? Personally, for me, I really don't. It's a nice product. I do see myself using, especially again with something like this on its own, maybe if I'm having a good skin day, but I don't really fully see myself reaching for this to do my whole face. For a concealer, perhaps, I don't know, if anything, I'll probably just end up keeping this in my makeup bag for touching up throughout the day. It comes in 12 shades, I don't think I mentioned it. Also, at first, I do feel like it kind of seems like it wants to cling to dry patches, but once it really melts into your skin, that goes away. So just give it a little bit of time. But if you do have dry skin, this is not a product I would recommend for you, just because I feel like the formula may not be all that suited for dry skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set my under eyes a little bit. So for that, I'm gonna use a small brush and my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder, and that's in the shade Fair. And I like that one just to set my under eyes. If I have to set my whole face, I'll use the medium shade. So let me go ahead and continue on with the rest of my makeup really quickly. I'm not going to do anything super fancy. So let's go in with some bronzer. I'm going to use this one from Chantecaille. It is the Real Bronze in the shade Goa. Ooh, I love this. It's like a gelée type of formula. And I pulled it out this morning because I hadn't used it in several weeks. I was like, and yeah, I was really happy to use it again. Okay, so now I want to apply the blush, and I'm really happy and excited to use this shade that I got. So this one's in the shade Smitten. That is how it comes. It had more of this kind of like glittery pink overspray like on the body of the actual elephant, but I couldn't help myself but swatch it because I knew it was an overspray. I just didn't know how deep I had to swatch it, and it pretty much came off right away. So I decided to hold off on using it because I wanted to show it to you guys. So yeah, so I'm actually going to be swatching that off right now because I don't want glitter on my face. But in case you guys don't know, Chantecaille is very much affiliated with protecting the wildlife, and so a lot of the products that they sell are associated with an organization. And so this one here, because it's an elephant, is associated with the David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust. So proceeds of every sale goes to this organization, which helps orphan baby elephants. So again, that's why I love this brand. I love Chantecaille and everything that they stand for. So let's go ahead and I'm going to remove this glitter. So I pretty much just swatched it all off there. And now I can apply it onto my cheeks. So I'm going to use this Sonia G Cheek Pro brush, and we'll dip some in there. And I am smitten for this shade. Did I over apply? I don't know, maybe. Maybe I did. For the eyes, I mentioned I picked up another shade from the Luminescent eyeshadow collection. I did a video where I demoed Rhinoceros. Loved that shade. I mentioned I want to get Giraffe, but I thought maybe I should go for a shade that's a little bit more different to my collection, though I'm still going to try to get that Giraffe one at some point. Honestly, I want to get the whole collection. I just have to get like one at a time because these are so expensive. So I have to pace myself with these, and again, because I want to be able to enjoy them. So if I buy a whole bunch of them, I'm not going to give them the attention that they deserve. So the one we're going to use today is the shade Pangolin. So a pangolin is, well, this is the actual animal. And this one is also associated with an organization, which is the Tiki Highwood Foundation. This foundation works to protect pangolins in Zimbabwe and across Africa. Chantecaille actually has a video on YouTube, so you guys should check that out. They are the cutest little creatures. Oh my goodness. Honestly, it breaks my heart to know that they're close to being extinct because they are the highest trafficked mammals in the world. So it's so sad, but it's also really nice to know that there are people out there trying to save them and doing their best. And though I know the proceeds isn't like so much for purchasing something like this, something is something, and it all adds up. And also the fact it brings awareness. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I'm using the Builder Tip brush from Sonia G, and we're going to go straight into the lids. You know what, I forgot. These do, ooh, I feel like that knocked out all of the product. I tapped it off a little too much. There's like no more product left in my brush. But I forgot that these do cause a lot of fallout, so you wanna be careful. Maybe, do I have a glitter glue? I do. I'm going to use a little bit of my glitter glue. And with eyeshadows like this, I usually like to, or even prefer to go in with just my finger. But let's give it a try because I don't think I've applied these with a brush before. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful shade. Now these are very like sparkly, very glittery, super shimmery. So if that's not your jam, this is not gonna be for you. But they're beautiful, and I've been into like single eyeshadows like this so much lately. Don't get me wrong, I still love myself an eyeshadow palette, but I'm quite surprised at how much I've been enjoying just a really nice single eyeshadow to apply all over the lid, and then just using a transition shade for the crease. Just so easy, and it's like a beautiful look. So that looks, wow, that's really nice. And with the glitter glue, if you do patting motions, you get virtually no fallout. Gorgeous. Woo, I love that. Okay, I do want to add some color into my crease. I used this the other day, the Nude Pops from Kevyn Aucoin. I'm gonna pick up this shade right here. I have no idea which one that is. It's either Design or Sculpt. And then we'll just add this into the crease. So real quickly, I'm just going to run my fiber brow gel over my brows here. This is a Tom Ford one in the shade Granite. I'm not precise at all when it comes to my eyebrows. I'm going to use the Legendary Lashes Volume 2 and just do a light coat. And then for my lips, this is the only Chantecaille lip product I have. This is the Lip Veil in the shade Tamboti. This is a very natural shade. Alright guys, so this is the final makeup look. If I wasn't rambling too much, I would have done this in no time. Now as far as the 3 new products that I got, I really recommend these eyeshadows. If you like really sparkly eyelids, these are gorgeous to work with. I love these blushes as well. I'm so happy I finally picked up this shade that I've been eyeing for quite some time. It's a very natural, kind of a light coral peachy shade. I really like it. The only thing that I would say, no, it's not worth it, is Real Skin stick. I mean, I love makeup. I love luxury makeup. So I know that a lot of it has to do with the brand, you know, the name, the packaging as well. But for me, I always just feel a little extra fancy when I use stuff like this. So I like it. It's part of the experience for me. But I expect to be happy with the product. With this specific one, it just doesn't do anything for me where I'm like, yes, I'm happy I got it. Like, I have quite a few products like that. Like, they don't have to super wow me for me to be happy with them. I just want to be excited to use it because the packaging it comes in, it performs well. Like, I need all of these things to kind of work for me to be satisfied with my purchase. That's just my experience. If you've used it, if you have this and you've used it, let me know what you think about it. And so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you have not yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you guys again for joining me. Until next time.